Okay. Yes, we're late. Yes, we are an hour late. We overslept. We overslept. Hi everybody. Um, it's Vogel. We're an hour late, but we're still gonna do a 2-hour stream potentially. Depends how long the build takes, but yeah. So we do have an excuse. We um we had a nap because the boy had us up at 4 a.m. Yeah. So fun fact about owning the breed of cat that we own is that they have a lot of energy, like so much energy, and the kind of secondary purpose. Ah. That was not. Thank you, Oz, for randomly booting up when we didn't want you to. Um, yeah, the thing that happens when you own the breed of cat that we do is they have a lot of energy, and they're also extremely picky. This means that if they do not want to exercise on a day, but still need said exercise, they will simply get you up at 4 in the morning. Yeah. He didn't want to go out this evening either. And now he's mad because we're ignoring him for the PC. But yeah, it's been a day. We've not really done much because of said nap. But we're awake. We've had a very sugary cup of tea because we accidentally put too much in, and now our arteries are completely clogged. So we are going to just dive in, to be honest. We're already late, so we might as well just get into it. So this is what we're gonna be doing today. Woo! We're gonna be building a Triceratops. So this is the Plannosaurus Triceratops build. They've done a couple. So of the ones that they've done a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Triceratops, a Mosasaurus, and a Velociraptor? We think it was a Velociraptor. But yeah, so those are the ones that they've done. We've got the Triceratops one, and it looks really good. So the way that the Plannosaurus builds go is you build the skeleton first, and then once you've built the skeleton, you put the fleshy bits on top, and you can kind of decide to mix and match them, and have them sort of half and half, like this little guy in the corner. But it's quite fun. So when you first open the box, you have to slide these like little plastic containers off. We slid these off already once because we wanted to check that everything was in here. Let us tell you, it's a pain getting them back on. They're a very tight fit. So like nothing's moving in here. But it was a pain in the ass to get them back on. Oh god. What is this, like, penis music-ass backing sound? It is the old RuneScape. Let's not do that. Let's not do old RuneScape for one reason or another. Yeah. But yeah. So, let's get the lid off. So, it is a nice model kit. They do seem to be snap off, but we grabbed our girlfriend's gunpla pliers just in case, because you don't know. But let's have a look through the instruction manual. So let's see, where does it start? Starts on this side. So This is all in Japanese, but essentially it's just saying to look for the parts which have the numbers. And it should have 4 things. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5. So there's 5 sheets. And it tells you how to build each of the sections. So we start with the skeleton first. And then, once we're in the skeleton, you can start flipping over to the other side and adding the coloured parts. Wow. Hi, Etheria! Our internet died for a bit just before stream as well. So it might be, depending on which company you're with, they might just be having a moment. If it's the same company, you might just be having a moment. What are you screaming at? Is there a bird on the fence? One sec, we gotta check this real quick. We're just gonna BRB for just one moment. What's up? Is there a bird on the fence or is the other cat back? Nope, there's a bird on the roof. It's a bird. Yes, it's a bird. Oh goodness. Yeah, ours did pretty much the same thing. We had to reboot the box, which was super fun, so fun. But yeah, it seems to be kind of working now, enough for us to stream at least. But yeah, we're so sorry again for being late. We had a nap, and we did set an alarm to wake up in good time to start stream, and then we didn't. We didn't wake up to the alarm. Joan even made us set an alarm before she went out to work, and we just didn't wake up for it. What? Oh, but yeah, so, let's... Oh, this is cute. So, attach the skin parts over the skeleton parts. And carefully check the parts and put them together. It says, "What magnificent frills!" And she explains, the frills had various features: to protect themselves, to cool their bodies down, and to show their love for each other. Oh, little art pieces are so cute. And the little head frills section. The frills of Triceratops are thought to have played a variety of roles, such as showing off, intimidating, regulating body temperature by releasing body heat. They were also useful shields that protected from enemy attacks. Yeah. So hopefully, ours is gonna look as cool as this guy. Oh. No! We didn't mean to sleep through the meteor. Right, so to start we need the A tabs. So that'll be these white bones. So we're going to build the skeleton first, so we need this one. Does this peel open? Stop screaming at the bird! We're gonna use the pincers real quick to cut the plastic. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work! Eh. Right, come on. Come here. So we're gonna put this guy aside for a moment. So, this is our A tab. This is all of our skeleton pieces. They do seem like you should just be able to pop them off, but we're gonna cut most of them away, just to make sure that we don't break anything, especially on the outer pieces. Less so with the skeleton, but, Joan is very insistent as a Gunpla builder that you never, put stress on the plastic because it adds, like, little white deformities to the outside. It's probably fine on the bones, because the bones are already white. But yeah, so, step 1 is we're going to take our headpiece. So, mini cut. What? Ooh. Ugh. This is not that bad to cut through, actually. The detail on the pieces is really nice. Let's see if we can get that focused. The detail is so nice. Neat. Oh, come on, focus. Trying to figure out how to get this thing to focus is not that easy. So, need A1, and then do we need... Ooh, let's have a look real quick. So, okay. So, A2 and A9, these little horn pieces down here. So, let's cut them out. So I'm going to take the little nubs off here. And we've got like a little pile in the corner. Sort of a massing of all the little nubs. Games Workshop stuff does seem quite fun to build. So this one goes in this side. So it just kind of slots in the top of the head like that. So each little L-shaped hole in the top, and the pieces have little L's on the bottom. They just slot in. Wow. And the seam's quite good. There's not really that much of a seam. Yeah, sorry, the boy's loud again. As usual, of course, because when is he not? Let's see, we need A8. Where is 8? Here we go. This one's 8. Wait, little nubbins removed. So this is to go on the inside top of the skull. So it kind of just slides in the bottom down there. There we go. And then this is where it puts the little hook that the bottom jaw is going to attach to. And the bottom jaw is A7, so that's this one here. Ah. There we go. Removing the little nubbins. So you'll see it has a little bar that goes across. So that just slides in and connects into there. So it now can open and close its mouth. That's quite cute, actually. It's not so super far, but, you know. That's fun. That's cute. Wow. So now we need, oh boy, so A21, it's this long one here. Sorry, he's gonna be loud for a while. There is a bird currently just chilling on next door's roof. And he's really mad about that specific bird in particular. Like, he's fuming. Was that the only two nubbins? Oh. Was there not one more? Oh, no, I must have gone it. Alright. Right, so it was that one, and then A6. 6, which is this kind of spine thing up here. Whoop. There we go. So where does that clip into? That clips in here. Right? This way. Oh, right in there. Right in there. Okay. And then, let's see. So A5 is that one. And then A14. Where is A14? A14 down here. So, I'm going to get A5. What? And A14. There we go. So, just removing the little nubbins. Ooh. So, this is quite interesting actually. So, tilt it up like that, and then it just connects down into this little circular port here. So it has a little bit of movement. Not loads, but a little bit. Come on, get in. Yeah. Trying to get this to go in neatly. There we go. I think that's about as much as it's gonna go in. Yeah. And then on the other end, so this is the part that will attach to the back of the neck of the head. What? Come on, go in. Ooh, this one's a tight fit. Ooh, tight fit. And covered in little spiky bits, so it kind of hurts, like, a lot. Oh, ow. Come on. Ow. Are you sure this is where it's meant to go? Yep. Definitely seems so. Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna take it off. Oh boy, it is such a tight fit. They really... Ooh. Okay, it's not gonna come off. So we might have to tweezer it shut. Come on, go in. This is just to stop it from hurting our hand. So we're using the flat bit of the black to kind of just squeeze it down. There we go, that's got it in. So there's no gaps now. So, the underside of this, we need 19, which is this side. Ooh. Models with articulation do seem really cool. So, our friend has the Tyrannosaurus Rex model that they did, and apparently it is quite good with the articulation when you're just in the skeleton part, but once you start adding the flesh, the articulation kind of gets a little bit stunted, because the joints where all the bones connect are covered with solid plastic pieces, because they don't want quite as many seams on the flesh bits. So, oh, see, that just fits straight in. That's a nice fit. That one didn't hurt our hands quite as much. Wow. And then we just need A15, which already fell out on its own. And that just goes in on the other side. Wow. There we go. Squeeze them in. So we've got a nice rib cage. The detail on the bones is really nice. Like, you can very obviously see where all the seams are, but they're in places where it would kind of make sense to have seams in the bones anyway, which is quite cool. It's very... It feels quite well thought out. Oh, we've not had the desktop audio on. Whoops, fixing that. Anyway, yeah, so... Yeah, but yeah, it feels natural. So, like, these are the seams here. There's a seam under here where the, we think the top of the hip goes. Here, where the tail articulation. We never had Mega Blocks, specifically. We had those, like, really big, chunky Legos. The ones that were, like, this big a brick. Yeah. The big boys. Right, so we need A16. Whoop. Yeah, like the kids stuff. Cause our younger brother got it a lot. We were never really given Lego, so we just didn't have any. Our younger brother got a lot, though. Let's see, so, A16, and if we're holding it this way, slots in. This way. Okay. Yeah, so, Duplo. That's the name. Okay. And then we just need the other side. So this is the other hip. Whoop. Regretzica fell over. Wow. There we go. The plastic that it's made out of feels really solid. Like, it's easy enough to cut, but it feels nice and sturdy. There we go, and that just slots in there. So now we have hip bones. Wow. That's really interesting. So we've got our head. So the ball of the spine will fit into the head there, but we're probably keeping it off to make it easier to, like, get at all the underside parts first. So, now we flip here. Oh, never mind, they want us to put the head on now. Alright. So. Oh, that's really easy, that just clicks right in. And the articulation's quite nice, so there's a decent range of movement. Stop! Stop! Right, so A13 and 12 are these little connector pieces. Okay, so 12 of the longer ones, they go into the legs. Alright. So that's one. And that's two. So these are the ones that go into the legs. No, these are the ones that go into the arms. So, these go in like that. Right there. Ooh, this is another one that's quite a tight fit. Oh god, that does not want to go in. Come on. Alright, that seems sturdy. Let's do the other one. Oh god. These are very tight fit. They really do not want these to come back out once they've got them in. Oh, come on. Ah! Come on. I'm gonna try and press it down. Nope, that didn't work. God damn it. We do need a Jeep. Come on, go in. Okay, I think that's in now. And it looks further in than the other leg, so maybe the other leg needs to go further in. No, that seems about as much as it's gonna go. But they feel sturdy. They feel like they're not going anywhere. Ah, oh, owie. That hurts. Oh boy. Right, and then... now to do the back legs. Hopefully the back legs are easier. Because they seem to be just ball joint. So, there's one, and there's two, and they want these kind of segmented round bits to be how it goes in. So, I'm just gonna remove the nubbins, and then slot them into the leg holes. Which is easier said than done. Again, holy shit. This is a tight fit. Ah. Come on, go in, go in, go in. Oh, owie. Oh, got it in. Got it in. I'm just gonna use our sleeve to push it the rest of the way in so the pressure's not quite on our hands as much. Now time to do the other one. Woo! Oh boy. Ah! What we need is somebody else to do these for us. God, Joan, come home from work. When will our wife return from the wars? What are you doing? Come on, stop. Stop! Oh, God, he's so naughty today. We'll have to try and get him back outside when we're done with stream. But it's like his own fault. He didn't want to go. Come on. Oh, this really hurts. Are we doing this wrong? Ow. Okay. It's finicky, it's a tight fit, and it's a small piece, so it hurts like a bitch. Now the ribs. Come on. There we go. That's in. Ow. Oh, man. Hey! Finally, we got all 4 of the joints in. So, just double check that they're actually secure. They feel secure. They feel like they're not going in much further than that. Right. What was the next step? So, we need 18 and 4. We're gonna BRB again for just 1 second. We're not on our A game today, but this is fine because it's a chill stream. Right, so it was A18 and A4. A4 is this one. There we go. And 18 is this bad boy down here. Nice thick leg bone. Oop. Came out easy. There we go. Right, so the way it wants us to do this is on the bottom, this side. So that creates the knee bone that's like the stopper. There we go. That's a tight articulation, but it still moves. And then we need to do that on the other side as well. But we'll do the... Right, so... And then this goes on this side. There we go. So that's one leg, that's a back leg. We need to do 13 and 11? No. 22 and 11. So 11 is up here. There we go. And 22 is once again down here, this thick old leg bone. Remove all the nubbins. Ah! We like calling them nubbins. They're cute. There we are. Right, so once again, this goes here. There we go. And then it can bend quite a lot. And this will just slot into this one here. So now we've got 2 back legs. So we can pose him. Nice little power stance. There we go.
Right, so first front legs now. So we need 3. And 17. Ooh, these are thick supports. So, right. The front feet are really cute. They're like quite small. Just little flippers. So, we're doing this one first. So they want... Is it this side? No, it's this side. So that goes in there, and that's how that turns, and that sticks onto this little ball joint here, so it can kind of move with the shoulder. They're kind of top heavy, little guys. Right, time to do the other side. So we need 10 and 23. Go. 10 and 23 down here. And that seems to mark us as the end of the bones. So it's a skeleton made. Bonehilda? Bonehilda moment. Right, so. Then this will plug into this side. Oh, God. Sir, tried to take you out like an hour ago. You didn't want to go. He's so chunky. He's like that, Bode Cat meme. He's thick. Does he stand? Oh boy, he's standing. He does stand on his own. Right, so. That is the skeleton complete. And we may begin. So, whilst we were going through, there were a couple of bits of information. Before we start on the skin parts, we're going to read them out. So, large weapons for self-defense. Nose horn fossil replica. 3 horns. Triceratopses used their large horns as weapons against their enemies. They were also useful for battling against their own kind when fighting over food or territory. The fossils we have found are only the cores of the horns, which were covered in hard sheaths and were about 1.2 times longer. On the head frill, examine the shape of the parts while reading the explanations. Grooves for veins remain in the frill fossils. So, all of these little grooves, which the camera doesn't want to pick up because it doesn't want to focus, but they are there and they look really cool. So those were all there because that's where the veins used to be. So there used to be like feelings and blood running all throughout this thing. So they probably could feel what was it like happening to it. So in the cases where we found like damage and T-Rex teeth and holes in it, unlike those for, like, Turbosaurus that are naturally there for growth and flamboyancy purposes. Those were probably all, like, injuries that were pretty bad for them to get. Let's see. And then this one here was the back of their hands faced outwards, and only 3 fingers supported the weight of their bodies. They were really powerful 3 fingers. The secrets of the teeth. A total of 400 to 800 sharp teeth were arranged in layers within the mouth. This is called a dental battery. They shredded plants and sent them into the stomach. Wow. And now we get to the color. But yeah, this is a really cool guy. Like, he looks really great. The articulation for the skeleton is quite good. Like, the legs all have pretty good joints. Oops. Don't worry. Don't worry, it goes straight back on. Ah. That one was our blunder, don't worry about it. Wow, but yeah. And the tail, like, all of the bones look great. Oh. It has good joints. It goes straight back on, we promise. Wow, right. So, this is where we start getting some of the stickers out. So, within this first pack are stickers. So, within these stickers, there's some basic ones, so like a tongue. These ones are the eyes. They're really small. But all of these are actually like kind of feathery looking frills that you can add. So they go on the butt here, and they just kind of add a little bit of a fuzz kind of texture. We're probably gonna leave them off because we don't believe that Triceratops had any kind of proto-feather covering. There's not really any evidence to support that, unlike with, T-Rex and, us raptors. But yeah, we're gonna do the other stickers. So, which part do we put the sticker on? So, we put the sticker on the C parts. So, I believe that's this one? No, that's the big one. Yeah. So, we need They could have. They absolutely could have. And that would have been such a cool look for them. But unfortunately, there's not really any, like, science to support that. Which is a shame. Because, personally, they would have looked cool as fuck. Yeah, so these are all of the, bits that were not, like, green scale. So these are the horns, the beak part, the underbelly, and the jaw, as well as the stand. So this is the stand. That's the tweezers. Try to just cut them with tweezers. There we go. So this is the stand they give us for this guy. So it's quite simple, just a little basic thing. So he'll just stand on there like that. It doesn't actually have any like prongs or anything that'll go in, it seems. So we need, this is B1 and C1, we need C1-3, which is this little jaw upper here. There we go. Oh boy, this does not cut. Oh. There we go. So, this is C1, no, 3, C1, 4, which is right next to it. So this will go on the bottom of the skeleton jaw. There we are. And B1, 2. So we'll just put this over to the side. So we need B1, 2, which is the beak add-on for the bottom jaw. There we go. It's so small. It's so small. Literally. Look at it. It's like the size of our, it's the size of our, like, pinky nail. That's so cute. Right. So, we need to take apart a little bit of the skeleton that we just put together. And we need to take the jaw off so we can add to it. So, the sticker goes on C13, which is this part. So this part will slot over the top of the jaw here and connect to C1, 2 on the bottom. So these two will kind of sandwich the jaw together like that. And then the beak will just kind of go in there. Hee-hee! There we go. And then the sticker will go on top of that. So, we're going to take the sticker out now. It is very small. Oh boy. Sorry, this is not going to be on camera, but it's so small we literally can't see it. Otherwise, there we go. So, then this will just go right. Oh boy, this is so tiny. Right there. Oop. Oh boy. He's so small. Go on. There we go. So we got a little tongue in there now. And the little tiny rays of teeth still kind of stick through. So you can actually still see the whites of the teeth, which is a really nice detail. There we go. Now, this is where this build is going to start getting a little bit more complicated, because instead of just working from, like, one thing, we're going to be going back and forth between a bunch of the different sheets. So we were just on B1 and C1 there for the white kind of skin parts. Now we need to go to B2, which is this big one. So we need B210, which is this one here. And B211, which is right next to it. So these are the outsides of the frills. Etheria, real quick, are you a Gundam person? You build Gundams occasionally, right? Or was that Gloria? Was that Gloria? It might have been Gloria. We might be wrong. We can't remember. Oh well. So, B110 will slot down here and add a nice little crest over the top of the horns. Then B111 will slide in here, and there's little tabs on the back of... Yeah, I thought that was the case. Yeah. Which from Mercury was good? We need Gloria to get in here, because we need to inform her that we finished Code Dios. So Joan hasn't watched, like, a ton of anime from back in, like, between the 2010s to now, really. So missed a lot of, like, early 2010s to mid 2010s bangers, including... yes, we haven't gotten to the new series yet, because we need to watch the Akito of the Exiled OVAs first. We're doing them in a release order, so... Yeah. It does look very good. We're very excited. But yeah, so we finished Code Dios. And we have this kind of, like, list of shows that we want to show each other. All of our shows that we want to show her are, like, small things. With Code Geass being the exception, but most all of them are all, like, one season small things. And all of hers are, like, long Gundam shows. So we've had a agreement that we'll do a long show. So we'll do one season of a long show, break it up by a short 12-episode show, do the other season of a long show, break it up with a short 12-episode show, and, you know, rinse and repeat. So we did Code Geass Season 1, and then we did Death Parade, the Afterlife Bar show. God, that's such a good show. And then we did Code Geass Season 2, sorry. And then we did Erased. She's never seen Erased before. She guessed the whole plot. She guessed the whole plot in the first episode. She just guessed the whole plot of Erased. And we just had to sit there like, She did not know, but she was getting it exactly right. Oh. But yeah, so we finished Erased. And now, the new show that we're doing is Iron-Blooded Orphans from Gundam. We need Gloria to get in here. We need to tell her about... We need to tell her. We need to... Come... We need to create a summoning circle and summon the Gloria. Where is the Gloria? But yeah, Erased is good. So it was a 2016 murder mystery show about a guy who, when he was like 10, 11, a couple of kids from his class, like his school, went missing, got abducted and killed. And now as an adult, like, he's kind of, you know, going through the motions. He's mostly forgotten about it. But accidentally, kind of on purpose, stumbles across a abduction about to happen in the modern day and stops it. And stuff kind of happens. His mom's there with him, who remembers all of the stuff that happened when he was a kid. And she sees this kidnapper's face, and kind of the wheels start turning, and she's like, hey, I know that guy. Wait a minute. That... Huh. And starts essentially hunting down the truth about who actually killed those 3 kids back when her son was, like, 11. And this is all first episode, so this is, like, all, like, setup. This is not spoilers, this is setup. And so the killer kind of tracks her down and kills her. And her son, Satoru, has this ability which he refers to as revival,
where something goes wrong, and he gets the chance to kind of jump back a little bit and circumvent it, which is how he stopped the kidnapping. In the first episode, he stops a kid getting hit by a truck, you know, stuff like that. And his mom gets killed. He gets framed for her murder, and the revival activates, and he gets sent back to being 11 years old when he is a kid just before the first girl is about to get kidnapped. And he goes, huh, I can save all of them. I can save all 3 of these kids. And I can save my mom in the future? Oh, it's just such a good show. The live action adaptation they did of it is also really good. Like, it's just well made. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Let's get back to building. We went on a bit of a tangent there. Oh man. Right, so we need B2, 9, and 8. 9 and 8. These are these 2. So these are the parts that are gonna go over the face. So these are the parts that are gonna have the eye stickers on. Oh boy. These stickers are kind of evil, but it's fine. There we go. But yeah, if you pick up Erased, it's just on Crunchyroll. It's like 12 episodes long. There's a recap episode in the middle, so it'll say it's 13 episodes, but it's not. It's 12. Oh, I love Frieren. Frieren was really good. we're kind of anime weeaboos. So 9 times out of 10 recently, if a show's come out, we've seen at least 3 episodes of it. Because we have this rule where we'll always do 3 episodes of a show to decide if we like it or not. And if we're still not feeling it by the 3rd episode, then we'll just drop it. But usually we'll give it at least 3 episodes to kind of hook us. Wow, right. Oh boy, God, these are so tiny. Wow. These eye stickers are so tiny. Like, you guys can't even see them. They're that small. How the hell am I meant to get this on? Right, come on. So if I can kind of squish it in. Oh, sorry, the model tracking is gonna go nuts for a minute because it is so small a detail. Can we just kind of squish it in? Oh no. Oh, that was bad aim. Oh, we got it! We got it! PogChamp! Hee. So now it's got a little eye. Oh god, it'll focus. We'll get it to focus. Yeah, there we go. So it's got a little eye now. So compare that with the side that doesn't have an eye. Come on, focus. There we go. So you can see just how tiny that detail is. Oh my god. Ah! Now we have to do that once more. Now we have to do that a second time. Sorry. Eee. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, we're peeling up the paper. That's not how you do a sticker. That's not how you peel up a sticker. There we go. It gave us the sticker. So we gotta do the sticker. Cries. Right. Ah! It dropped. Where did it go?
Oh god, it's so small, it's impossible to see where it landed. Oh god. Oh no. Did it fall on the paper? Right, so we lost the sticker. Oh no! Where'd the sticker go? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah! Right, so what were you saying about, just painting it? Yeah? Yeah, that's probably a shout. That's probably a shout, yeah. Whoops. We might have fucked up. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, we're just gonna put the sides on. If we happen to randomly find the sticker, that's God telling us that we are his favorite. We're calling it now. God damn it. Right, so. And then this will just slot on this side here. There we go. So now we need B1 back. So we need B11 and B13, yes. So we're putting the nose horn on now. And the other half of the beak. Oh god. Clipper's too powerful. So this is the nose horn. And that just slots in right there. Hee hee. So it just goes over the top and covers up the whites from earlier. And then we'll get the beak part now. The clippers keep sending the pieces flying. There we go. There's the other beak. It is once again small and tiny. Right. Now we need B1, 5, and 4, so that's these two. And 6 and 7. So the... Our tools have fucking enchantments on them or something. I don't know how this keeps happening. There we go. Awesome. Right, so this is for this horn. And they do just slot straight over. It's kind of cute. You could just... right like that. Like that. Wow, there we go. The glorious summoning circle worked! Ah, oh, hello Gloria. We sent one of the eye stickers flying, so this guy only has one eye. We needed you to come in though, cause... Hi! Yeah. This is not technically hand reveal, cause we did the flowers the other week. But yeah, we were trying to summon you, cause we're talking about Gundam. We're talking about Gundam. Come here. Come here. Grabs you by the neck. Come here. Yeah, so, essentially, to recap what we were saying earlier, Joan Joan hasn't seen many anime from like a specific time period, a la kind of 2006 to 2016. So we are educating her on a lot of like kind of bangers that she missed. So we're essentially splitting it up. So we're doing long series season, short season show, long series season, short season show. So we just finished Code Geass. That was our long season show. So we did season 1 of Code Geass, and then in between that we did Death Parade, and then we did season 2, and then we did Erased, and now we're starting another long season show, and the long season show is one that she's picked. So this is her choice. This is my education. This is the vocal education. And it's Iron-Blooded Orphans. So we're just about to start Iron-Blooded Orphans. We're on episode 3 or 4. They're so gay. They're so gay. A Fujo moment. No, but they're so gay, right? Right? We feel it. We know. We can feel it. The Fujo Queen is in the house. Also, we're doing Dinos. Orga. Right. We're going to throw the 2 that we've now finished down on the floor and have only the ones that we are actively working on. That means we can get rid of some of the trash. Ah, no. Ah. There we go. Oh, boy. Right. So this is the covering for the other big one. Oh. Yay. We've been piling off the nubbins. And it's time to do the other one now. So they're kind of a bit awkward to slot on, because they need to be at a very specific angle before they want to actually connect to each other. That feels right. There we go. So now we've got a head. And we can add the lower jaw back on. Hee. Look how cool this guy is. So, okay, we're gonna probably out ourselves here a little bit. We have a kind of problem. We struggle a lot with anime pre-95. 1995 is kind of like the earliest anime we can really watch. We're assuming that that's one of the older ones. It's not like... So it's not like for aesthetic or animation thing. There's something about the way shows were paced pre-95 that kind of started shifting post-95. And something about the way, the differences between the pacing, we really struggle with being able to pay attention to shows that are paced like that. It's an odd thing, and we've really tried. I think the one that we did most, like the show that we really wanted to, oh god, what was it? It wasn't Utena, because Utena was good. We really enjoyed Utena. I can't remember. But yeah, there was a show that came out like 91 or like 89 that we really wanted to try, but we just couldn't. And so in just accepting that we kind of can't watch things
with the pacing of a pre-95 show. Strags. But yeah, we tried. Trust me, we've tried so hard. Right, so we need B2 17 and B2 21. 17 and 21. Those are down here right at the bottom. Ah! We own the manga of Yokohama Kaidashi. Also, it's Kiko. Yeah, we own the manga of it. It's really good. I think we've shown the OVAs. We've definitely watched the OVAs. Did we watch? We watched them at Void's place. Yeah, we definitely watched them at Void's place. So, B2. How do these go together? Like that. Over the neck hole? Yes, like this over the neck hole. Okay. Yes. Awesome. So, with these little nubbins at the bottom, and then C1, 2. C1, 2, which is the lower neck white part. Wow. Yeah, so on our list, we've got, for the short shows, Terror in Resonance, Bakano. Yeah, they're just a little orange one, so, let's see if we can get this guy to focus. Let's get this guy to focus for a minute. Yeah, so they're really small, but they're just, like, little orange. And Joan probably has, like, the exact color paint somewhere in here. So we'll probably just dot it on once we finished. We don't know where all of our paintbrushes are, though. Yeah, so. There we go, and... Is it under there? Yes. Awesome, so. And that means... So the head can't move quite as much now with the neck and the jaw parts in. Which is fine. We expected the articulation to go down a little bit. That's fine. Right, so now we need... Oh yeah, so it was, for the short shows, Terror in Resonance, Recreators, Bakano, and, oh god, what was it? I think those were the ones we had on our list for now. We were gonna add more sort of once we used them up. And then on the long shows, it's Iron-Blooded Orphans, one other Gundam show that Callie wanted to show us. And, ooh, 86 is a good shout. We actually never watched that one, so that would be like a thing that was completely new to both of us. We'll add that to list. We'll add that to list. Vivi is definitely an option. We're kind of leaning towards older shows that we kind of missed, as opposed to, like, new things coming out, because we're already watching the new things that are coming out. But the idea is that we kind of want to go back and enjoy the stuff that we missed. Also, I'm gonna turn on the lamp real quick. Actually, nah. We've got enough light. We did start watching Turn A, I think. We started watching War in the Pocket. That was when we started. Right, so we need C2. C2, this one. So we need 15 and 16, which are these? Ooh. What's arpeggio about?
That was another one we kind of missed. Yeah. Come on. Get back over there. But yeah, things kind of 2006 to 2016 that we didn't get a chance to watch is kind of the vibe we're going for. Okay. Callie would probably enjoy that quite a lot then. Right, so. There we go. That's the top of the tail encased. And then C16 is the bottom of the tail. See, this is why we need to ask you guys. You guys also have like a bunch of really good deep picks. Basically anything that like was an absolute banger that we just didn't see. That's kind of what we're going for. There we go. So that's the tail. Oh, beans. We might actually have to put this on the body first before we do that. There we go. I don't know. See, this is weird though, because it obviously needs to go on whilst it's still on the body. It doesn't really want to. There we go. Okay, that seems to... Okay, now it's kind of secure. We are gonna do the ghost alone and the... Oh my god. The ghost in the shell stuff at some point. Ghost in the Shell is definitely one that Callie, Joan, hasn't seen yet, but obviously needs to because she's a big robot fan. We just need to decide which iteration we want to go with, because there's like 3, right? There's like 3 different... So there's the movies, there's a series, and then there was the weird live-action movie, right? We haven't actually done much research. This is just kind of what we remember. But yeah, there's, so there's serious movies, and then the weird the weird live-action one with Scarlett Johansson that sucked. But we can't remember which one of the series and movies came first. Because one of them came first, and then the other kind of follows on. Right? Also, ever since we got the mouth X tracking properly, because we fiddled around with our settings, you guys can see how much we actually just talk out the side of our mouths, and it's very funny. We just kind of keep all the time. This is not us putting it on for the model. We actually just talk like that. Oh. Okay, so it was the original movie. So is the Standalone Complex the series, or is that the multiple movies? seriously, we've done, like, no research. We're just going off completely what we remember. It's the series. Okay, so it was the original movie, the series, and then more movies, right? Going to assume that's correct. Right, so B2. B2, 18 and 14 are the big body pieces. Ah, Arise was a series. Did it not get, like, multiple movies? Or were they, like... Oh god, what's the term? Like, movies that were just recapping the series. Because if that's what they were, then we'll just skip the movies, but we vividly remember it had movies. Like, a lot of, like, maybe 3 movies? We want to say there's, like, 3 Ghost in the Shell movies, not including the live action? Ah, okay, yeah. So Arise was a movie series. So we need to take the legs off real quick. Okay, so it was the original movie, standalone series, Arise movies. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, that makes it slightly easier to sort of figure out how we want to do it. Right, so these go in either side here. Oop, we forgot a nubbin. Hello, nubbin. So that pops over the top there. And this slides in the other side. There we go. Also, before we move on to the next page, little tidbit time. So, they effectively defended themselves by using their large hips to stand firm. They wouldn't even have budged if a human pushed them. Same, girl. My large hips. No, we're not making stupid. Right, and then the little, oh god, we'll show you real quick. So there's these cute little paleontologist characters all over the booklet that are really sweet. So there's this one, which and so they give us like little fun facts all throughout the booklet, and it's really nice. It's such a cute little set. Aww. Great. So now we are done with the C1, and these are all of the flesh tone bits. There we go. We can dump that one and remove the nubbins. Right. So it is the V at the neck, yes. So it gives a little bit of room for tail movement, and the head, whilst not quite as flexible. Ooh. Okay. Let's just slot this back down. Whilst the head is not as flexible, it can still move a decent bit, just not side to side anymore. Yeah. Awesome, right. The way they walked. a strange strut. Triceratops are said to have walked with an unusual posture where their insteps faced outwards. Their arms and shoulder muscles were the most developed amongst the animal kingdom, and their upper arms may have looked like they were slightly buried into their bodies. Right, so now we can attach all the parts back together, which we already have. And time to start layering up these legs. Time to start with the legs. So we need B2, 19, and 20, which are these pieces. So this is the flesh for the body. Ooh. Like we were saying earlier, the plastic that they use for this is like, it's cuttable, but it's really sturdy. Like it doesn't feel flexible at all. It's quite not thick, but like definitely kind of thick. Kind of thick, actually. Right, so which arm do we need? We need this arm. And this just slots over there. And over there. Is this the right piece? Oh, there we go. It was just taking a moment. There we go. Yeah, the colors are really nice. Right, 22 and 23 are for the upper limb. Yep. We've never actually painted a Gunpla or anything, or like Games Workshop stuff. We kind of want to. Wouldn't know where to start is the thing. Ooh. There we go. So yeah, this once again limits the flexibility of the model quite a lot, but still leave like a decent amount of movement, considering how much of like a thick layer is put on top here. There we go, so that's one leg. Now we need to go do the other leg, so we need 12 and 13. We have a little pile of nubbins here. It's gonna be so satisfying, like, raining them all into the box and hearing them kind of just go. Right. So, into the leg and into the leg. Woo! Oh, actually, we're gonna pry this one back apart because this is a really cool detail. So, obviously the leg has those like two bones that kind of do that, and so one of the fixtures for like holding the skin pieces together is through this little gap in the bone. So you can see if the camera will focus. The stirrup that kind of connects to each other is in the middle of the little gap in the bone. Oh, so the other stickers. So there was a tongue, 2 eyes, and then the rest of these pieces are for decorating these kind of like frill bits that are on the body to make them look feathery. We're personally not gonna put them on because A, these things are a nightmare, and B, we don't really feel that there's enough evidence for Triceratops to have kind of any inkling of proto-feather covering. That's just kind of not something that science really supports. It's a cool detail, but it's just not realistic. And, we're autistic, so... Boing! In the trash, the rest of those stickers go. Sorry. But yeah, we like the kind of skin frill that they've added. We think that that's kind of cool. It, isn't realistic either, but it looks cool, so we will allow it, and there's not really much we could do without, like, whole ass just cutting it off. So it gets to stay on a thin line. Thin wire. But yeah. So that's kind of our beef with the feathers on the Triceratops. Oh god. Did Triceratops have proto-feathers? Is our, like... So you know how some people, like, get really mad about the Torosaurus thing? The proto-feathers on Triceratops is our that. We don't give a shit about the Torosaurus thing. It's not true, but it would be cool, and we get why people would think that. The feathers, however... Girl, where's your evidence? There's just no reason. There's just none. Wow. Now, Triceratops looked like hippos because they had a lot of fat on them. We like that one. We like a chunky Triceratops. Oh my god, if Triceratops canonically in history looked like hippos, that would be so cute. That would be so fun. We would allow that, and we would relish in it. But the feathers? But the feathers? Girl? Yeah. Do you guys know... God, I've just realized. We've just been talking about the Torosaurus thing as if... Yeah. We gesticulate a lot. But yeah, do you guys know about the Torosaurus thing? Because we just realized we've been talking about it as if everybody knows about the Torosaurus thing. Which is probably not true. Most people probably don't know about that. Okay, so the Torosaurus thing is kind of similar to the Nanotyrannus thing, but like opposite. If you guys know about the Nanotyrannus thing either. Stego! Hi, Stego! Look, we've got a chunky lad. We've got a chunky lad. How are you doing tonight, Stego? We're about to go on a rant about the Torosaurus thing. If you know about the Torosaurus thing with Triceratops. But essentially, the Torosaurus thing is there are two species of ceratopsid. There's more than two, but like for this purpose, there are two species of ceratopsid we know about: Triceratops and Torosaurus. Torosaurus is bigger than Triceratops. Its frill is much bigger, and it has kind of holes in the frill. And essentially, in 2009. A paper was put out essentially positing that Torosaurus isn't a separate species from Triceratops. It's actually just a mature form of Triceratops. So essentially, Triceratops, if let grow, would turn into Torosaurus, is what the paper was saying. Now, a lot of people are still kind of divisive about this, but it's been more or less disproven, as much as any, dinosaur thing can be.
but essentially, something like 30, 40 specimens of each species were looked at, and it was decided that too many of the Triceratops were too old, and too many of the Torosaurus specimens were too young for this to be the case. Because, like, there would be in-betweens, there would be, you know, stages of growth at those ages, and there just wasn't, so it was very clear that they were two separate species. And the Nanotyrannus thing recently is kind of that, but separate. So essentially, the Nanotyrannus thing is kind of, it is the opposite of that, where someone took a lot of juvenile T-Rex fossils, and essentially, in a paper, suggested that the juvenile T-Rex fossils were actually a separate species of adult but smaller T-Rex referred to as Nanotyrannosaurus. Again, very divisive, but more or less kind of proven mostly wrong, unless we find a lot more, you know, species and we can definitively say, like, hey, this one is this age and this one is this age. It's not something that can ever be proven or disproven, but as of right now, the current scientific standing is it's not the case. Juvenile T-Rexes are just juvenile T-Rexes. Are they? Whoops. Are they? Are we bleeping? Sorry, we might be bleeping. Is that us? Wait, is that us? Sorry. Ah, that was us. Ah, we thought we muted it. What? Ah. God damn it. Whoopsie. But, yeah. So essentially, that's the paleo discourse with Torosaurus and Nanotyrannus. It exists. It's probably not true. Yay. Oh, but yeah. So that's the paleo run of the day over with. Now it's time to get to the lower legs. So, we are finished with B2. Bonk, in the trash it goes. We are now on the final thing. The final thing. We're nearly done. Oh, man. But yeah, so, right. C2, 11, and 12 are these bad boys right here. But yeah, sorry, we didn't mean to be trolling you in the Discord things. We completely forgot to apparently mute them on the volume mixer. We usually do that. Why not get that one? Yeah? Why not? That was stupid. That was a bad joke. That was silly. That was bad. Wow. Right. Which leg do we want? We want right hind limb. So, and once again, they've done this really cool thing where the anchor point for the outside piece goes through the gap between the bones. It's really nice detail. Like, it's really cool. It makes a lot of sense. We need to build more things. This is cool. Right. Then C2, 7, and 8. Oh, yeah, so these big thigh pieces. Okay. So these are going to be really chunky thighs. Like, really chunky compared to the bone, actually. Again, another one for the Triceratops were as fat as hippos. Just another one. Another thing supporting it. I got big butts and I cannot lie. You can't deny.
Well. Right. So, this one clips over here. So this is another one that's going to sort of drastically reduce the, like, movability of the sections, but that's fine, because we're accepting our big booty, beautiful Triceratops as she comes. Come on. Woo! So yeah, so this is how much movement we have now, which is not load, but it's fine. So this clips into here. And it does give us a little bit of hip movement. Yeah. Hee. He's so chunky. He's so chunky. Boy, right. Now to do the other leg. Yes, they were herbivores. So Triceratops had really flat teeth, kind of like a pestle and mortar, kind of giraffe-like, where it essentially they would use their beak to like kind of cut through sort of thicker branches and things on like bushes, and I guess some people have suggested that they might have used it for like peeling bark and stuff like that. So they would use their beaks kind of cut through vegetation, and then they would use their teeth to kind of grind it up together into like a very, very mushy, easily digestible glob. One, theory. So, in the environments that they lived in, the plants were usually, like, not super good for you. Like, there was, evidence to suggest that it was kind of a lot of toxicity and, like, minerals. So, one suggestion is that they potentially, would consume like a rock mineral, some kind of salt or something like that, and it would work as kind of like a detoxifier in their stomachs for when they would eat these like plants that other things couldn't get to. So it would be the only thing able to eat these plants because it was so low down that, you know, it wouldn't have as much competition. Obviously, a lot of these kind of things are stuff we can't definitively prove without, you know, having a time machine to go back. But there's so much science behind paleontology now. Like, see, we can take really quite educated guesses at a lot of these things, and it is very interesting just how much we can learn from the fossils that we've managed to find. It's really cool. Right. Now, snaps into the hip, and we have a finished boy. What? Let's do one last thing, and this is on the divisive topic. They are full of mysteries. Did they have feathers? In 2001, fossilized remains of a dinosaur close to the Triceratops ancestor found in China had traces of feathers. Therefore, it is supposedly likely that Triceratopses also had feathers on some parts of their bodies. So if you didn't see the image, so this is the spinal cord of the Triceratops ancestor that they found, and these kind of like lines above it are very similar to what we find in feather remains on, you know, theropods, similar to Archaeopteryx. Hi. But like they say, this was an ancestor of Triceratops from a mostly different region. Obviously, when Pangaea was all, you know, mixed around, these areas were a lot closer. But, you know, West North America, China. Even when they were together, they were still quite far away. But, like, obviously there is a link there. Personally, we don't believe it. We don't believe it. But that's us. That one's us. It's hard to say though, because it's one of those things where they could have had them and then lost them, or it could have been like something like how so the kind of standing with Tyrannosaurus Rex nowadays is the adults probably didn't have any feathers, but the juveniles most definitely would have had like a proto-feather covering. Similar to how chicks, before they develop their proper feathers, have that kind of like easy fluff. Juvenile T-Rexes potentially had that kind of thing as well, where they had like a little fluffy coating straight out of the egg, and then as they got older, they would have shed it and, you know, lost most of them. Personally, love the idea that they still had like a strip along their back of feather covering, similar to the old Saurian design. Love that thing. But the reason why we are quite confident about T-Rex having feathers is that we found ancestors from both before and after them in the line having evidence of these feathers. So it's not unreasonable to assume that it's probably unlikely that they evolved them, de-evolved them, and then evolved them again. Whereas with Triceratops, we found them only in the past, potentially. With this one specimen, that, you know, we haven't found any from fossils afterwards. So we can't do anything akin to, say, for example, phylogenetic bracketing, where you take things from before and after and assume that the things in the middle also had that, because we only have the before. God, we can't do dinosaur streams. The autism's kicking in. We can't do this. Oh, but yeah. So, it's a really interesting topic. Personally, nah. But you know what? You know what? If we can figure out how to do it, we might let you guys vote. It is a dino theory. Come on. Like, it's not the... Shut up! You know what? Fine. You guys get to pick. You guys get to vote. Are we doing the feathers? Do you guys want the feathers? We have time. Do you guys want to put feathers on this bad boy? No from Etheria. No from Gloria. Steg, are you still in the chat? Because you can have deciding stay. Stay? Stay. But yeah. We will, okay, fine. We'll keep them. Throws them into the pile of other random things. Oh, He's cool, though. Let's see. We're gonna go grab Joan's paints real quick. Let's have a look if Joan has an orange. Let's see. There's a gold. That's probably close enough. Whoop. UV layer. Tau light ochre. Yep, those seem to be our options. So, right. Do we want to do the gold or the ochre? Probably this one. This is the gold, this is the ochre. Probably the ochre, we'll say. Let's see. Yeah. Now, we take the tiniest brush known to man, and we're just gonna do this a little bit dry, because we don't need much. We don't need much. It is literally the tiniest drop in existence. Ooh, right. We're just gonna grab a tiny amount, just a tiny amount on the edge of the brush, and going to just dot it on. There we go. I'm just gonna cover up the sticker on the other side too, just to make sure that they match in color. There we go. So now, he's got 2 eyes. Yeah, we will put this to the side and then clean it real quick after stream. But yeah. Let's adjust his legs so we can actually stand. Look at that. A little man. A chunky beast. A creature like no other. Oh man. Is so cool. It is pretty cool, right? But yeah, like we said, so this is the Plannosaurus model. So they've done quite a few. Let's have a look. What have they done? So they've done the Stegosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Mosasaurus. They've done a Parasaurolophus. They've done a Spinosaurus. Ooh. They've done a Brachio. They've done a Gigantosaurus. That's cool. Huh. We might see if we can get the hands on the Brachio next. God, if they did Archaeopteryx, that'd be so cool. Like, has anybody made? Has anybody ever made a build your own Archaeopteryx? No, it does not seem so. Ooh. There is 3D print model kit shop on Etsy that has made a Archaeopteryx build kit. Oh, they're on break at the minute. We're gonna have to keep an eye out, because that might be worth a shout. Oh, God. What does that mean? Ethereal, what does that mean? Oh. Yeah. Just Googling some stuff real quick. Yeah, so this guy's not on open shop at the minute, but could see if we could message them. But yeah, we have finished the guy. He is painted. He's got 2 eyes. Gator fix. Yeah, I see it. We see it. We still don't know what that series is, but we see it, I guess. Right. Let us have a look at who we could raid. Who is live? Ooh, okay, so we've got 2 options for people that are live. So we have Alexandersaur, who is currently playing Elden Ring, or we have Sting, who is currently playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Which one do you guys want to go to? Which one are you feeling? Elden Ring or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Mystery Dungeon. The Gloria has spoken. We will raid out to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon in just a moment then. So, we're gonna take a moment. Thank you very much for you guys for coming. Thank you for Stego for popping in. If you're still here lurking, mwah, we appreciate you. We appreciate all of you. We made a guy. He's chunky. Ooh! One thing we have to do before we leave. We have to name him. What are we naming him? Chad, what are we naming him? What do we call our chunky boy? What do we name our chunky boy? What are your guys' thoughts? We are feeling... Tracy! Oh, Tracy's cute! Tracy's cute. Etheria, do you have any suggestions? You can say you don't have any if you can't think of anything. We get it. Our brain also empties entirely. Hank Lemasi. Okay, those are pretty good. We're gonna combine them and name her Tracy Le Massif. So everyone say hello to Tracy Le Massif and say thank you. And we will see you guys on on that note. Thank you guys for coming. We will see you on Saturday. Hopefully at the regular 7 o'clock time, and not at 8 like we did today. If you guys stick around for a moment, we're going to raid into Sting. Thank you, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
guys this afternoon. We are playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I have been reborn as a Machop. I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not. This is a very fun game franchise, by the way. I kind of wish they'd do more with it. This is a game that single-handedly got me back into playing Pokemon way back when. So, just in time for Raptor birthday, which is coming up on the 18th. Which I think I'll be playing this on that day, so. Oh. Hello. I didn't expect to see you there. I like I was barely aware that that guy just rolled up in front of me. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.